enjoy today's I'm tired. Enjoy today's video, guys. It's basically just doing some tree prep, barking trees. At the end of the video, there's some pretty good sized trees. Of course, I did kind of walk over on the neighbor's place and kind of see what they were doing, which, wow. Like I said, I know everybody's got to learn somehow, sometime, but logging is one of those things, especially the actual timber cutting part of it, if you're felling by hand with saws. That's one of the things you actually need to really get some experience with through a professional logger, take the proper courses, not just go out there and try to Rambo and do it yourself. And you'll see in this video where I kind of walked across the woods there and seen what was up, that it's sketchy. We're working on the truck, putting some other pieces and stuff on it. Like I said yesterday, we blew a fuse on the fuel pump, so we're just kind of doing some odds and ends. We had to put the fuel lines on to fuel up the DEF tank and the diesel tank, so we had to get those put on. I think that's about it. Been a long day. Tomorrow we're going to do some cutting, weather permitting. I know the weather's been crazy all day. They're having storms up north today. It rained on us just a little bit in today's video. I think tomorrow night and Thursday there's a pretty good chance of severe weather. First storms of May, so it's that time of year. So guys, enjoy today's video. Thank you so much for following along. Be sure to check us out at all of our social outlets. Turner Logging at Instagram, or Turner Logging LLC at Instagram and Facebook. In case there's any other Turner Loggings out there, I don't know. And Logger Threads, the awesome blah blah blah. Wrapped up our log sale, which they never do take very long, just because when you lay the logs out like we do, you can really run through and scale them, which our buyers love and we like, because the last thing we need is to take up a lot of time where we're not really being productive. I mean, yeah, you got to sell logs, but at the same time, this is where I need to be. I need to be in the timber. I need to be either cutting trees or prepping trees like what we're doing this morning. So we're on the new job. Next one we're going to start cutting on, or I guess this would really be the first day of work, technically. And what I'm doing is I'm barking trees. Now tomorrow, weather permitting, because the weather's been kind of screwy this morning up here, tomorrow we're going to come in here and we'll start cutting these. And if I go through and bark them ahead of time, get them all prepped, it makes the cutting process, it speeds things up for me and Dad. Because really, we'd planned on both of us cutting tomorrow. And then when we start dragging them, I'll drag and Dad will just work on the deck, getting them bucked to length. That way it'll just kind of speed the process up. Because this will be a fairly long drag, this job where these logs got to go out. And these are pretty good trees. They're tall, and there's a lot of them in here. Trees are talking. Yeah, I think they talk to themselves, amongst themselves. But anyway, so we're the better trees are towards the back of the place, and we just kind of start getting into them. And I mean, there's some busters in the back, and we might go take a walk over and look at them just because I want to see them again. But what I'm doing now is I'm just barking everything as I come to it. And like I said, it's getting hard to see now with the vegetation coming on, which I hate summertime logging just because of that, just because of this green stuff. You know, a week ago you could see everything perfectly. There's no vegetation. But it's that time of the year. Today's the first day of May, so what do you expect? But anyway, there's a ton of trees like this. And these are good trees. These are good 14, 15-inch walnut. They're scattered through here everywhere. And then you got some bigger ones like that'll run up in the 18 range. But then on back here in the back, you get those big boys that go up in the 22s, the 24s, the 26s, the big trees. So we'll bark as we come to them. Like I said, you can kind of see that one there. If I zoom in there, you can see where I've kind of barked on him. Got him ready to cut. And a lot of people ask, excuse me, I'm fighting allergies. A lot of people ask why we bark them. Well, when this creek gets up, like it does, you can see the debris, it washes dirt and sand into the bark of these trees. In which anybody that runs a saw knows that dirt and sand is an enemy of a sharp chain. So we come in here and we prep these trees by barking with that axe. peel the bark off of them when we're going to cut them. And that saves us a lot of time and a lot of sharpening on our chains. It's anytime we cut in a river bottom, a low-lying area, it's almost a must. It really is. It's something we've always done, and like I said, it saves you a lot of sharpening, a lot of wear and tear, a lot of time. So yeah, it's terrible. It's back-breaking work running that axe. It really is, but it's just something that needs to be done. So we'll get this guy knocked out, get that one knocked out. I think that's all of them on this lower. Well, there's one right there. All of them on this lower point. Then we'll go kind of in the upland and work our way on around. So let's get back after it. This is why you have a professional do the work, guys. Right here. Right here. We'll look at some things real quick. It just makes me wonder how some people are even still alive. Right here's one of them. Look at that. Whole back side of that tree. They didn't get it cut out good. Pulled, busted it the whole way up. Now the creme de la creme here. This. I got a tree hung up. Now they've got to come along. Oh boy. We're not done yet. See the rope? Yeah, got a rope here. Trying to pull it down with a four-wheeler. I guess trying to use that hedge there for some kind of shiv or something. Wow. It is, guys. It's a wonder. Get back on my side of the fence here. It's a wonder more people don't get seriously hurt or killed. And that right there's number one. I think they want to be loggers, but they don't realize the skill needed and the danger involved. Ignorance is bliss. It's true what they say. Let's get down here and find some more of these walnut bark. Some really good oak in here. Really good oak. That's good red oak right there. Good tight barked red oak. Got a good trail over here to walk down. They keep this trail maintained, which we're going to make a crossing across this ditch up here. It'll connect, because they got a ditch that runs into this creek fairly deep. And we're going to make a crossing. That way they can utilize more of their property, and we'll give them a good trail when we're done. We're going to bring the skid steer through here. And we'll really open it up and smooth things out. We'll have a really good trail. It's about as big as hedge as you'll see right there. That's a good one too. If it was all like this, we'd be doing all right. Now we're starting to get into some trees. See some of them jewels shining there. We'll start here and get this old ugly thing barked. It needs to come out anyway, just for a little TSI. It ain't doing nobody no good. Then we'll get on to these big boys down here. And now we're starting to get into some trees that got some size and quality to them. Big, tall trees, a little veneer a long way up, no knots, no blemishes, no defects. Like that guy there, he's really got some size, really got some height to him. This is right here where the big trees start. And you kind of gaze out through here, these taller big trees, like see that one right there. Those big tall tops over in there. And right down there in the corners where a lot of the big devils are. I mean, don't get me wrong, these are big trees, but there's some down here that have really got some size and some character to them. So, tell you what, this whole axe is work. I would not want to do this every day, and I wouldn't want to tangle with a man who did it every day. He might whoop a guy up. So, I don't know how many we've got done, probably 25 trees we've barked. Got several more to go. We're just now really getting into them, and I have no doubt in my mind we missed some back through there too. And there's just a handful on the south side of the creek. You can see that tall one there. It's got to go. There's a few right out there, which we can cable them back across. It's all in the same place, same piece of property. And there's a big one down here. It's fell out in the creek. We definitely want to salvage it, because if we don't, it's just going to go to waste. So we really got to it just in time. That's probably the best tree on the job. He either comes down between this guy or, yeah, they're talking. I know something's up. Yeah, it either comes down between this guy, and there's another big one on up here, which that group right there, those are some really big trees. There's a cluster of big ones right there, especially that one right there in the middle. You can see over there another big one too. So the property line is right there, the fence. Heck of a bur oak. It's crazy. Like I said a week ago, there was no vegetation here. You could see everything. Now it's like a jungle and you can't see anything. It's amazing to me that we can still find trees like this. These good, big, old-growth walnut trees. They have high numbers of veneer. Or, excuse me, high volumes of veneer. I'm getting a little fatigued and delirious. Of course, anytime someone says trees are talking to you, you know they're a little screwy anyway. Yeah, look at this big guy. Man, that's a champ there. That is a champ. Another one right out there. We'll dig down on that one. We'll take the skid steer and we'll dig on that one a little bit. We can probably gain an extra foot or so by digging. Trees like that, you sure want to get all you can. Walk through this little jungle here. That's a heck of a tree there. Heck of a tree. But you see in the top, you'll notice those trees are starting to sprout a lot of dead limbs. So you gotta zoom in there. Anytime you start seeing them sprouting dead limbs like that, I mean, obviously they're not sprouting, the limbs are just going dead, but that's my terminology. It's time to harvest them. That one's got several dead limbs in the top, and from a logger's perspective, you've always got to take in consideration there's a good chance those trees might cut a little ornery. They could very easily cut bad anytime you start to see those dead limbs. That walnut tree over there's got them. Of course, there's the good one that washed out. We'll salvage a piece out of him before it goes on down the drink here. There's definitely no need in letting them go to waste. If you can salvage something out of them, get them. And I don't like to leave anything to waste anyway. If I can, like I said, if I can get $1 for it when I cut it, it's going to the deck. It is going to the deck with me. Looks like there's a few in here. I didn't even look at these. Yeah, there's a good stand of trees. Good stand of trees. I think I've about had all the barking I want. My arms feel like jello. I think I've probably barked, I don't know, 35 or 40 trees, and I'm feeling it. It's starting to rain right now. That's not going to be good. Let's head out. That's today. That's today's mission.